Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Dominions 4 Multiplayer Showdown. Episode 30, turn 42 for our series here. We're getting awfully close to turn 50. That's going to be the end of the game, but let's go ahead and see what we've got. I don't think the game is going to make it to turn 50, because at this point I'm starting to see that Tortuga here pushing real hard to claim thrones. He's got to be very close to having 10 ascension points, or 10 thrones ascension, or it'd be the ascension points towards ascending. But we did finish our research and construction, so we can take a look. We've been doing that for a while, and I actually wasn't even expecting that to kind of finish up, but we'll take a look and see what we've got there. We've got the Behemoth, the Lictors, the Wits, all things that are going to help us in what I imagine to be an upcoming battle with Tortuga before the game ends. He did move into a province, so we'll take a look at that. And then we had a random priest die from disease, which kind of sucks, but yeah. So where did he move? So he moved here. This is the move I was expecting him to do. Now, interesting enough, after he made this move, he actually sent me a message basically saying, hey, I'm going to move back. I'm not going to do anything. He said, I'm going to move up. I'm going to take this province and I'm going to move back. What I imagine actually really probably happened, and I played it out in my head, is I think he moved down here and saw all of this. Well, maybe not this, but I know he definitely saw this. He probably's got a scout here, so he's seen most of this anyways, but I like to think that he kind of saw this and he was like, oh, 2 fortresses and a bunch of units, yeah, and he's just going to move back because realistically, he can't even probably support the supply it costs for his units to stand here. And he's already going to win the game because of all the thrones he's claiming anyways, so he probably just assumes there's no point in him doing what he's doing. So he's going to move back. Now we are going to move up here. We're going to grab a bunch of units. Once we make that move, we're going to fully equip this army with tons of stuff. And then we got to figure out what we're going to do next. We've got 2 pretty large forces here ready to go. Now we are within striking distance with both these armies to strike him down right there if we wanted to, and it's something we could do. We're not going to do that though until the main force is ready to move up. We're not going to make any moves like that. Now I've got a bunch of units here. Let's see, I've got a bunch of units here set to defend because we went ahead and set that up. Let's take a look real quick at, let's do one set at a time here. We'll take a look at items we can construct and see if we've got anything else. Greater magic items would be the items we are looking at. And we see a wand of wildfire, firebola, so nothing too crazy. Here we do have this is actually pretty nice, but we've got the skull staff, so adorned with the human skull, the skull staff has to be taken from a necromancer with great experience in death magic. The skull will give advice on necromancy and increase the wielder's power in death magic. So actually giving you a death magic bonus of 1. Pretty good item, and only takes 10 death gems. So we could give that to some of the dusk, and that would give them magic level 4, which may be something we don't necessarily need. As of now, cute couple things there. Crown of Command, it can be pretty useful, but not so much for what we're going for. The Shroud of Battle Saint, yeah, that's okay. Ethereal, almost invulnerable to non-magical weapons. It also helps avoid being seen when sneaking. Actually, Robe of Shadows, very useful. You know, if I was to give it to my the Lich King or so. And then, yeah, we got a lot of stuff here. Medallion of Vengeance, so he dies. He will explode and kill anyone near him, including hopefully the one who killed him when the bearer of the medallion dies. So, oh, I didn't want to click on that. So, increased magic resistance to its wearer. Spell focus. I have the Void, so let's see. By doing this, the patient will be able to open a path to the Void, which he can see with his new eye. This will enable him to see the world as it really is, dispel all illusion and phantasms close to him very effectively. He will also be able to cast spells more effectively. But you'll also be more vulnerable to enemy spells. So that's a pretty good one. Amulet of the Dead. It is commonly used by necromancers as well as undead priests. The creation of permanent ghouls, long dead, and soulless are all enhanced by this amulet. So that's pretty useful. If we wanted to make some. Ooh, crap. I don't want to forge the champion skull, so I know what it is. We've got the Champion Skulls. Every night the Skull whispers battle wisdom into the ears of its pupil. By owning the skull, one will become a seasoned warrior in no time. I think it raises like how many units up. It raises their leadership, how much somebody can command for units. Once the charm is removed from the lab, it will begin to poison whatever province it is located in. Interesting. Can help to an extent. So nothing really crazy. Obviously the Champion Skull. Amulet of the Dead's pretty nice if you're, you know, summoning stuff. But we don't really have the... At this point, we just don't really have the ability to... What am I trying to say? To throw death gems at something like that. So we'll just throw everybody on enchantment there and pretty much end it with that. We do want to keep reviving lictors if we can. So we'll go ahead and do all of that. Throw everybody else on research who doesn't need to be doing wits or anything like that. Okay. And yeah, we've got all these units, a lot of them needing to go into the army that we're moving up into that area. So not really too worried about that yet. We do got another Mound King here, and we will go ahead and give him, let's see, we'll definitely finish up this Mound King here with forces if we have to. Okay, that's everyone. And then we'll go ahead and definitely get this guy equipped with a good army, because that is important. Not lictors, though. We're not worried about lictors. They're going to go with our Lich King. I want to definitely get a good-sized battle in here before the game ends. I don't want the game to end without some good-sized battle, so I'm going to push to do that if I can. Okay, so that's pretty much all he can take. So that gives us a bunch of units there. How about here? What are we looking at? I moved around a bunch of Mound Kings to try to get forces kind of grouped together. And it seemed to work pretty well. You can see we've got a lot of Mound Kings here with pretty good-sized armies coming in. Some without good-sized. Okay, so he can't hold any more units except for maybe a few more of these guys. Okay, that's it for him, but we can do this here and get this guy situated. So we've got a lot of Mound Kings with a lot of forces. And we're going to have to... Oops. We're going to have to make sure we set all the battle orders for all of these once we go to make a battle move. We probably should really do it now. But it's tough because you don't really know who's going to be moving where and what. Obviously, attack closest enemy. These ones are usually pretty simple. Yeah, because we know what they're going to do. And setting them up is usually pretty simple too. Just throw, you know, those guys up for flanking, line formations for most of these guys up near the front. Line formation, but usually put them somewhere near the back. I sometimes like to keep other units near the back as well. They're set to attack rear, stay behind troops. We won't set all of these up, but we'll go ahead. Oh, nope. We'll go ahead and set these guys up anyways for what they need to be doing. Line formation. It's a nice big line formation. Let's actually put that one in the back. And attack closest enemy units. Actually, you know what? Put it right up in the front. Nice. So that pretty much sets everybody up here. Oh, we've even got our... Yeah, that's right. Well, how do I want to do this? He should have at least a small escort, but let's go ahead and get rid of the units for firing. All the ones we can. I forgot we've got... Let's see. So unfortunately that's all. So we'll just throw him up there, or throw those guys up there. Or what we can do actually. We got 3, right? So just like that and just like that. Good, and they're set to attack the closest actually. So they're good to go. So we've got a small task force actually here. All primed and ready. Now we've got a ton of units here and I would have to do a lot of moving around to make this efficient. Boy. This is a mess right here. This is definitely a mess. Obviously, I've let this get out of control. This is the worst part about playing with undead and with middle-aged Aramors, just dealing with this kind of issue here. Obviously. So let's just get some people moved around. We should probably have all the soulless underneath like one Mound King. That just seems to make sense for me to do it like that. Why does it make sense? I don't know. It just does. Kind of lets me keep track a little bit better. There. Because they're undisciplined. He can stay behind the troops and it could just be a massive mob of soulless. And they can just, really, they could just be right here in the center. Everybody else set battle orders for. We'll just have a big army, sword-wielding long deads to attack the closest. They're going to be in line formation, of course, up in the front. Slightly behind, actually. And these guys just attack the closest enemy and put them up off to the side like we usually do. I'm just gearing everybody up. I'm not sure, you know, if Tortuga plans to make a move or what his plan is, but I want everybody to be in a good position, because if he does make a move, we need to be somewhat prepared and ready. I'm confident that we are. Either way, I will collide forces with him at some point. It's just gonna happen. Okay, so everybody's set up there. Obviously, these guys don't need to be doing what they're doing. We've got a free Mound King then. And these guys are just kind of here. So what do we do with this Mound King? Well, I'd probably give him all of these units. Just flesh him out with a bunch of javelin throwers. We'll keep these ones here for now. And just set them to fire at the closest enemy. And we'll keep them in a line formation off to the... We'll keep them, these ones in the back. And just have him stay behind troops. Good. So everybody's kind of where they need to be. And we'll set them all up like that to defend. Okay, so yeah, we've got everybody pretty much where I want them. And we've got this army moving up, which is going to be reinforcing. It's a very powerful army. It's going to be very, it's going to be a big, just nutcracker, essentially, for lack of a better term. Speaking of death gems, we've got 9 whole death gems. Somebody had mentioned I should craft some armor for the mummy. Doesn't have very good protection and defense skill. That is correct. And even though he's got a lot of hit points, it wouldn't hurt to have something to protect him. So let's see what we've got. These guys are all moving, right? Yeah, so they're all going to make that move, which is good. So can we craft something for him when he gets up there? We do have the magic items. We don't have a whole lot that we could craft. There's a few things. Obviously, a Bane Blade would be awesome, but that's not going to really protect. I mean, a little bit of defense. Extra effect on damage decay. Okay. Yeah, we could do a Bane Blade. That'd be really cool. Obviously, Horror Helmet or something would be... Well, defense -1, actually, so not really. Morale +5 defense. No, obviously, ring mail. Yeah, protection's what we want. 13. Defense is not... We're not worried about defense. Protection, head 21. We got just a standard Bane Blade. And then you've got you've got the standard Bane Blade. Or you do the actual two-handed Bane Blade here. I think I want to craft that and give it to him. It'd be pretty awesome to give him that, because he's pretty much going to be designed to kind of just run in and destroy people. But yeah, his protection's awful. We need to really bring that up. The Bane Blade's not going to do that. A little bit of defense, but... Yeah, he does need like a helmet or something. Well, I've got 9 left. If I'm crafting the Bane Blade, that gives me 4 left. I could probably squeeze 5. Let me see if I can craft. If I go to... If I go to... Horror Helmet. Protection head 21. Fear +5 would help. It would be 10 though. 10. 5 fire. I don't have any fire gems. 5. Wear a magic plate resistant to fire. Enchanted by particularly durable. Cost 5 astral pearls. What if I gave him the robe of shadows? It gives him a stealth boost. It makes him ethereal. That would actually be... He'd be almost invulnerable to non-magical weapons. Astral magic level 2 costs 10 astral pearls. And he has astral magic level 2. I wouldn't be able... I'd have to craft it this turn so I could give it to him when he heads up that way. I wouldn't be able to get 10 astral pearls, I don't believe. Yeah, 2 death gems and 1 astral pearl. Not even gonna try. If I'm giving him a 2-handed blade. Actually, this would be a better weapon if I could craft it. 5 death gems and 5... Yeah, why don't we craft that instead? So, I mean, I really want to craft... Like, I want to give him the Bane Blade, but I really want to give him, like, the robes or something, too. We just don't have the gems for it. Yeah, there's no way. We need 10, right? So it just isn't going to happen. Five fire gems. Not going to happen. So the only thing I could do is I can get the horror helmet. But I wouldn't be able to cast the... Or I wouldn't be able to get the Bane Blade. What is... Let's take a look at him for... Protection, morale, strength. He's pretty tough. Attack skill, just with strangulation. Plus he's got the plague carrier. And he has fear already, which we could increase. Plague carrier is going to be really useful. So really, just keeping him alive is going to be the most important part. So getting that protection up is going to be important. Alright, fine. Ugh. Okay, let's do that then. No, we want to do some alchemy. So we need to convert some astral pearls to death gems. And then we'll forge a horror helmet, I guess. Okay. That'll give him a little bit of protection, so that'll be pretty useful. We do get the fear bonus, so that won't hurt either to have it. Obviously, there's other things I'd like to make, and maybe we can. It just depends. We don't have a whole lot of time before the game's over, but we've got a little bit. Moving everybody up's going to help. Oh, I should set these. Some of these guys don't even have battle orders set. Really? Oh, you know what? Because I had these lictors. These lictors are supposed to be set up to do this. Yeah, guard commander, and he's set to attack closest. Doesn't have any items because I haven't given him any, unfortunately. But he is set to attack the closest, so he's set to move right in and cause just serious damage. Right behind him, really, would be best. Put them right near the front around him. And then, yeah, if these guys could just be ready to move right up, that'd be great, too. And the rest of these guys... I'll finish this up once they make that final move. I'll get them all set up. I might as well actually grab these up while I'm here. It'd be silly not to. Yep. Grab all these guys up. Do I have any ghouls? Okay, that's fine. Crap. Okay. So I think we're all set. There's not a whole lot of moves here I really need to make. I kind of like where everybody is. Scouts, we can move around, but... It may not. You know, I'm actually going to leave him there because he's kind of giving me an idea of what's going on here. The scout that's here, though. Leave him there too, actually, right? Because if I move him here, he's not going to give me the information I want. So actually, where both these scouts are perfect because I can watch this border here. I'm not really worried about anywhere else. I think that's going to be the end of this turn. I'm not really sure how close Tortuga is to winning, so we're going to find out. But either way, we're going to pull our forces up. I'm going to grab some more guys up here with this army, and then I'll move the army, and then we're going to push this way, or maybe we'll make a push this way. I think we should make a push to here, but I can't make that push until... Okay, so I can't make that push. Here's what this army is doing. I'm going to finish this episode off with telling you guys what I think is happening. You know, Tortuga probably knows I need a bulk of my forces to be able to crack this throne, okay? He's got his most powerful units there. It's a pretty strong army. If I move a bulk of my forces to this throne, he's going to attack me. He's going to go for my capital. With that being said, what I don't think he fully I think what he somewhat underestimates is that it's going to be very hard to siege down these fortresses. I can hold them for a while simply because I can have units being spawned inside there constantly, and it's just very hard to crack one of these undead fortresses. And if the game's going to end in 50 turns anyways, if I can stop him from at least ascending and the game kind of ends at sort of like a stalemate per se, because nobody really ascended at turn 50, then I'm okay with that. So what I want to do, I think, is I want to move my army up here. I want to move it over here, gather whatever forces I can sort of sacrifice, while leaving behind some forces to hold the forts. 1, 2, and hit this army. Even if by this turn he already realizes what's happening and he tries to move this army, you know, through here, it'll be too late. He won't be able to get here in time to reinforce, and I'll hit this army with the full force of my army, and at least at the most potentially stop him from winning the game and kind of causing a stalemate. Maybe. I mean, he already has the throne, so it probably won't matter, but maybe I'll buy somebody else some time to make a move. Even if he sees me coming towards here and he does move down, he's going to get caught up on these fortresses. He's not going to be able to siege either of these ones to get to my capital. He's not going to be able to siege any of them down fast enough that it's going to cause me any pain. And even if I was to lose this confrontation over here and lose a bulk of my forces, the game would end anyways regardless. So the most I want to do is I want to at least end the game by taking as many of my forces as possible, because I have a pretty large undead army with everything combined. If you take a look, I mean, it's just ridiculous. So I want to take it, and I just want to take this large freaking army and just drive it right through the heart of somebody else's army, because it'll make me feel good about myself. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Next turn, we'll see where things play out. Either way, I think I pretty much got my plan mapped out in my head, so we'll just try to make a push for this throne and see what happens, and we'll go from there. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me for this one. I do hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you next time.